Hey friends, so today I picked up a copy of Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. It just came out today, which is, at this time of this recording, July 18th, 2024. So I actually had not heard of this until today. I thought maybe it was some sort of collector's statue or something like that, but closer look, it is actually a game, not just a cool little decoration. So it looks like the same artwork as the old World Championship NES cartridge, the super extremely expensive and hard to find one for the old NES. And I thought this was going to be a copy of that, just now you can play it on Switch. It looks to be more like NES Remix 3, if that existed. So looking at the back here, it says, test your skills against the world. 150 challenges to choose from, 13 NES games. There's Loose Change, Death Mountain Duel, Power Grab, Morph Ball, New Heights. Those are different challenges in each of the old games. And pictures show the old Super Mario Brothers, the first Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and looks like Kirby for the NES. It's got speedrun mode, and that one you can practice your times offline, and looks like you can challenge your friends or strangers online to beat certain speed runs for each of their challenges. Then it's got a party mode. Party mode says you can have up to 8 players using the sideways Joy-Con. It does work, I found out, with the NES Joy-Con if you've got that attachment for the Switch. So I've already got 2 of those. I'll have to give that a shot when I play this. And comes with, of course, the game, a replica game pack that looks like the old NES cartridge, gold and shiny. Even has the old black and red sleeve for it. It does not say if the game pack actually works. It just says replica game pack. I would be very surprised if it actually was a functional NES cartridge, but maybe it is. And if it is, that would be really sweet, considering this only costs $59.99 to get both the game and a repo of the old NES Championship cartridge. That would be really cool. Also comes with 5 different enamel pins that look like, zooming up close with my eyeballs, got Mario, Link, the logo for the championship, Donkey Kong, and Samus. Also comes with art cards, so now I'll actually show you the back. Yeah, so test your skills. Looks like it'll be a 4:3 video, but maybe you can go full screen so you don't have to see the banners on the side. Yeah, those are the challenges I was talking about. Loose coins, Super Mario, Death Mountain Duel with Zelda, Legend of Zelda, and Power Grab, Morph Ball with Metroid, and New Heights with Kirby. And then we've got the speed run there on the right side. I guess it's going to be backwards in the video, but party mode on the left. And we've got the art cards, the pin, replica game pack, and the game itself. So not sure if I'm actually going to open it. I know that there is a digital download after looking it up for, I think it's $30 for just the game. You could, if you wanted to spend almost $100, buy this for $60. It was $59.99 where I'm at. And you could download the digital game so you could still play it and keep this sealed. I'm predicting it'll at least hold its value, if not go up a little bit. I don't know if it's a limited run at this time or if Nintendo will pump out a ton of these for the holidays this fall and winter. They could just do one print and done, at least for the deluxe edition. And if they do that, then I think it'll at least hit, I'll say, $80 in value here in like 5-10 years. Or it could go stupid crazy with scalpers, and this could be worth hundreds of dollars in the future for a sealed copy of it. Either way, I was super happy to see that they're coming out with things like this, because of course it scratches that nostalgia itch for a lot of people, at least for me. First thing I thought of when I saw this was the old movie The Wizard that had Fred Savage in it. The games in this are not, from what I can remember, the same as the 1990 World Championship Edition, because that one was, I think it was Rad Racer, Super Mario Brothers, and I can't remember the third one. Rad Racer is owned by Square Enix, and since I don't see Square Enix's logo anywhere on here, guessing it was a licensing thing where they didn't want to pay them the money to get the rights to use that, which is a shame, because that would have been really cool if it was actually a one-for-one reprinting of the World Championship NES edition. I mean, sure, you could download it and play it on a ROM emulator combo on your computer, but something to be said for playing it on actual Nintendo hardware without having to modify it, hack it, flash some sort of SD card trick, you know, anything above just turning on the actual system unmodified, which I know it's not that hard to modify things, you know, especially these days, but still really cool that you can actually play without that. And I'll be thinking about this for a while. I'm gonna wait to open it until I feel really confident about my decision in whether or not I want to open it and actually get to hold it, or just download the digital game so that I can play it. It sounds really cool to be able to have the party mode. That's what I think appeals to me more. I doubt I will play by myself trying to beat my fastest times on each of those modes. I'll probably hop on like party mode with at least a couple of friends and see, you know, just who's the fastest at it. I'll do more on it. Of course, it was an impulse buy since it just came out today and I hadn't heard about it. And yeah, that'll probably be what I do this weekend. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, you see people walking all around. I'm just currently out on a lunch break. Wanted to get back in the habit of actually making some content. So it's been, at the time of this getting uploaded, at least 7 months since I uploaded me opening up a box of Ixalan magic cards. And I don't know, I'm tired of not making content and just thinking about it. So as they say on some of these videos, just hit record. So I did. And the anxiety, man, when you're not used to just hitting record and actually seeing yourself and hearing yourself, even though it's only been 7 months, and well, I guess that's still a lot of time, anxiety spikes, man. Fine. More than I thought they would be. Other things going on. So it is spoiler season for Magic, and well, it's always spoiler season nowadays since they come out with a new set like feels like every month. If not every month, it's every other month. Just got done opening a few packs of Assassin's Creed, which I did not film, didn't think about it at the time, and got a few cards in there. I was hoping to get the Triad guy that gives you an emblem if you exile a certain amount of colorless creatures from your graveyard. Didn't get him. Last I looked, that card was about 15 bucks, so I'll just order the single instead of continuing to buy boosters upon boosters. Coming up next is the Bloomborough set, and I'm not as excited for an animal theme set, which I am happy that they're doing something new and that I don't think they've done an all animal set before. I'm less excited about the cards I've seen. I mean, there's some that I'm like, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Of the 4 commander decks that are coming out, I think the most popular is going to be the black-green squirrel commander deck, which is one I'm going to pick up because I've had a handful of squirrel cards that I've held on to over the years, and I've been wanting to make a commander deck, but not bad enough to spend whatever it would take to order a bunch of singles to make the squirrel token deck. So now that that's coming out, perfect, I'll pick that up. Chatterfang is the obvious commander, I think, for those who know the squirrel decks out there. And there is a new guy that's some sort of squirrel druid warlock combo. It has a new mechanic called Forage, which, if I remember correctly, Forage says you have to sacrifice a food token or pay, I think it's 2 mana, maybe an alternate cost, to exile something from your graveyard. I'll have to look it up, but I know for sure it involves a food token or another option that you can do for an extra effect. The other decks that they're coming out with, I believe there is a Bant group hug style deck. There is a red-green raccoon. Actually, I have no idea what that one's going to be about. I predict it'll be about smashing artifacts or digging trash out of your graveyard, which is pretty cute. And then I think I saw a red, white, blue one. Not sure what that one does yet. And then after the Bloomborough set comes out, there's going to be the Duskmorn horror theme set around Halloween time, end of September, early October. That one will be pretty cool. And what other things are coming out? I haven't heard what the next Universes Beyond will be for Commander stuff. I think I had seen someone post that they might be coming out with a Final Fantasy crossover. I don't know if that was just speculation or fans wishing for that. If they do, then yeah, of course, I'm going to buy that. So is a lot of people out there. And that would, man. If they do that and they theme it after different Final Fantasy games instead of just like the characters throughout the universe, I don't know. What's your prediction? You think it'll do the best? My gut tells me whatever has Cloud and Final Fantasy VII as the theme will probably be the best seller, but maybe 14 will, because Dawn Trail's out now, and at least in my group of friends, that seems to be quite a hit. Let's see. Other games coming out. Oh, yeah. The end of this month, July 25th, maybe 26th, new Earth Defense Force, or EDF, blowing up bugs and buildings. It's not a game you have to really think about. It's blow stuff up, minimal story, bugs and giant creatures are invading the Earth, and it is such a good time to play with a group of friends, because at no point does it feel like you're just getting your butt handed to you, or your nuts are in a vice because it's hard, because every game seems to be, hey, how can we squeeze the balls of this guy this time? I don't know, let's make it even harder to find. Anyway, Souls games is what I'm thinking of. Yes, Elden Ring is a great game. I suck at it, and I suck at all the Souls games, so probably why I get a little frustrated if I wasn't so bad at those games. And then, of course, Helldivers 2, also a lot of fun, but yet another game where you're just getting your shit wrecked every 2 seconds, it feels like. And all the games that my friends seem to want to play right now are games that just chip away at my sanity. And sometimes I'm in the mood for it. I'm like, yeah, bring on the challenge. Let's do it. Other times I'm like, you know what? Need me that SpongeBob Weenie Hut Jr. like, hey man, just have a good time. And I'm hoping Earth Defense Force doesn't just hand it to me, but not having to struggle every time I'm playing and actually enjoying my gaming time, which seems to be getting less and less these days. That will be, oh, so excited for that one. I already pre-ordered that along with the collector's edition and the battle pass, which I try to avoid battle passes. I think a lot of people out there, I hate the idea that I bought the game. Oh, now you gotta spend another $20, $30 so you get access to all this other cool stuff. Okay, sure, I just spent $60. Let's tack on another 10, 20, 30 or whatever it's gonna cost to play the game. Feeling old, right? And back in my day, you just bought the game, you got to play it. Nope. Gotta buy the DLC, gotta buy the Game Pass, gotta buy too much stuff. But I love the Earth Defense Force series that much that I'm like, all right, the developers deserve this, and sold. So that comes out July 25th, 26th. That is kind of what I'm looking forward to in the next 30, 60 days worth of stuff. NES edition, Earth Defense Force coming out, cool Magic stuff on the horizon. Of course, there's always cool Magic stuff on the horizon, it feels like. Sometimes it's too much though, you know, and you would like to just savor the new set instead of having to look at it and be like, cool, well, food costs a lot these days, so ramen and beans and rice, new magic. Yeah, of course, unless you're loaded, in which case you just buy whatever you want, and good for you, good for you. I am not there yet, and one day would like to just have on pre-order, yeah, give me one of all the things, but until then, gotta budget out the magic purchases, especially with everything getting extremely expensive these days that you do need, like food and gas, and suddenly you have a cat bill, which have a cat, if you guys weren't already aware, I've got 2 cats. One of them, named Zelda, she had to get her teeth worked on. Poor girl lost one of her lower fangs, and turns out getting a cat's stump of a tooth and a little tooth next to it extracted, x-rays, blood work, vet visit, everything else, that set me back $1,600. Here's hoping that the MetLife pet insurance that I have been paying for 2 years actually does something. Anything would be pretty cool. However, I know insurance likes to just say, haha, sucks to suck. We'll see though. All right, that was my break, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you next time.